It is a simple yet profound truth that the health of our planet is inextricably linked to the health of our own endeavors. Here, on this remarkable world, every enterprise, large or small, draws its resources from nature and its success from the society it serves. Today, on the 16th of July 2025, the call to operate in harmony with the natural world has never been more urgent. For businesses across the United Kingdom, embracing sustainability is no longer a peripheral concern but a central pillar of survival and prosperity. The rising costs of energy and raw materials driven by a changing climate and resource scarcity present a clear economic imperative. To ignore this is to risk being left behind, vulnerable to the very real shocks of an unstable world. The modern consumer, more informed and connected than ever before, is now a powerful force for change. People are increasingly choosing to spend their money with businesses that reflect their own values, and a commitment to the planet is paramount among these. Studies consistently show that customers are not only willing to choose sustainable brands, but are often prepared to pay a premium for their products and services. This shift in preference is a quiet revolution, a clear signal that a company's environmental credentials are now as vital as its price point or quality. A strong sustainability strategy, therefore, becomes a powerful tool for building brand loyalty and attracting a new generation of conscious consumers who see their purchasing power as a vote for a better future. Beyond the immediate pressures of cost and consumer demand lies the immense opportunity for long-term resilience and innovation. Businesses that proactively reduce their carbon footprint often discover remarkable efficiencies they never knew existed. The process of examining every aspect of an operation, from the light bulbs in the ceiling to the supply chains stretching across the country, can uncover waste and spark new, more intelligent ways of working. This journey towards sustainability is not simply about reduction, it is about reinvention. It fosters a culture of forward thinking, making a business more adaptable, more robust, and ultimately more prepared for the challenges and opportunities of the decades to come. Consider the example of a small British brewery that transitioned to renewable energy and sourced its barley from local regenerative farms. Initially, the investment seemed significant, yet within a few years, their energy bills plummeted, their supply chain became more secure, and they developed a compelling story that resonated deeply with their local community. They did not just reduce their impact, they strengthened their identity and secured their place in the market. Their success illustrates a fundamental principle. What is good for our planet is invariably good for business. It is a symbiotic relationship waiting for us to nurture it. The first step on any great journey is to understand precisely where you are starting from. For a business seeking a sustainable future, this means measuring its carbon footprint. This is not as daunting a task as it may sound. It is simply an accounting of the greenhouse gas emissions produced by your activities, from the electricity that powers your computers to the fuel used in your delivery vans. Establishing this initial baseline is absolutely crucial. It provides a clear factual starting point, transforming a vague aspiration into a tangible goal. Without this data, efforts can be misguided and progress impossible to track. It is the compass that will guide every subsequent decision on your path to reducing your environmental impact. Once you have this baseline, the journey can begin with simple yet remarkably effective steps to conserve energy. Look up. The lights in your office, workshop or store are a perfect place to start. Switching from traditional incandescent or fluorescent bulbs to modern, energy-efficient LEDs can reduce lighting-related energy consumption by up to 80%. This one change delivers immediate and significant cost savings. We can go further by installing smart sensors that automatically turn lights off in empty rooms, or motion-activated lighting in less frequented areas like corridors and storage spaces. It is a simple, intelligent adaptation, much like a creature that conserves its energy, acting only when necessary. Then consider the very air within your workspace. The systems that heat and cool our buildings are enormous consumers of energy, often operating inefficiently through sheer neglect. A thorough review and regular maintenance of your heating, ventilation and air conditioning systems can yield substantial savings. Upgrading to a modern, energy-efficient system, or even installing a smart thermostat that learns your daily patterns, prevents the needless waste of heating or cooling an empty building. It is a logical step that reduces both your carbon emissions and your overheads, proving that ecological responsibility and fiscal prudence can and should walk hand in hand. These initial actions, measuring your footprint and tackling energy use, create powerful momentum. They provide what we call quick wins, tangible successes that demonstrate the value of the sustainability journey to your entire team. When staff can see the electricity bill shrinking and hear about the tons of carbon saved, the mission becomes real. It builds confidence and enthusiasm for the more ambitious steps that lie ahead. Much like a small seed that germinates and pushes the first green shoot above the soil, these early efforts are a visible sign of the profound and positive transformation that is underway within your organization. A business does not exist in isolation. It is part of a complex, interconnected web of suppliers, partners, and distributors. To truly embrace sustainability, we must look beyond our own four walls and examine the entire length of our supply chain. This means asking critical questions about where our materials come from. Are we sourcing from local producers to reduce the food miles and support our regional economy? UK companies like Riverford Organic Farmers have built their entire model on this principle, creating a robust local network that benefits both the environment and the community. Choosing suppliers who hold recognized certifications such as Fair Trade or Forest Stewardship Council provides assurance that your partners share your commitment to ethical and environmental standards. The movement of goods is another critical area for consideration. Our reliance on fossil-fueled vehicles for transport is a major contributor to national emissions. The transition to a greener fleet is now more accessible than ever. Encouraging the use of electric vehicles for deliveries or company cars, supported by government grants and a growing charging infrastructure, is a powerful statement. For smaller local journeys, subsidizing cycle-to-work schemes can improve employee well-being while cutting carbon. Furthermore, intelligent route planning software can optimize delivery schedules, reducing mileage, fuel consumption, and driver time. It is a simple case of using technology not to conquer nature, but to work more intelligently within its limits. We must also confront the waste we produce. In the natural world, there is no such thing as waste. Every byproduct of one organism becomes a resource for another in a perfect closed loop. Our industrial and commercial systems must strive to emulate this incredible efficiency. This begins with a thorough waste audit to understand what you're throwing away and why. Simple measures such as providing clearly labeled recycling bins are a start, but we can go further. Can you partner with organizations that specialize in upcycling, turning your waste materials into new, valuable products? Could you redesign your packaging to eliminate single-use plastics, opting instead for compostable or reusable alternatives? The goal is to move from a linear take, make, dispose model to a circular one where resources are kept in use for as long as possible. Consider the success of companies that now offer refillable options for their products, from cleaning supplies to coffee. They have not only slashed their packaging waste, but have also cultivated a loyal customer base that appreciates the convenience and the reduced environmental impact. Every piece of plastic avoided, every item diverted from landfill is a small victory. When these actions are multiplied across thousands of businesses, they become a powerful force for collective change. It is about seeing waste not as a problem to be disposed of, but as an opportunity for innovation and a resource to be valued, honoring the finite and precious materials our planet provides. True, lasting change is not achieved through technology or policy alone. It is born from the shared passion and commitment of people. A business's greatest asset in its sustainability journey is its staff. To succeed, you must cultivate a vibrant green culture where every employee feels empowered to contribute. This can be fostered through engaging initiatives like staff pledges, where teams commit to specific actions, or friendly competitions between departments using apps to track energy savings or recycling rates. Regular training and workshops can demystify sustainability, explaining the why behind the new policies and providing practical tips for both the workplace and home. When your team is knowledgeable and inspired, they become your most powerful advocates. This dedication to nature can extend beyond the office walls and into the local community. A business can become a steward of its immediate environment. This could be as simple as creating a small green space for employees, planting a wildflower meadow to support pollinators, or installing a bug hotel on the premises. Participating in local conservation projects or helping to restore a nearby habitat strengthens community ties and demonstrates a tangible commitment. By aligning these local actions with broader global frameworks, such as the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, a business can show that it is part of a worldwide movement, contributing its unique part to the collective effort of healing our planet. Of course, to maintain momentum and credibility, it is essential to track your progress and to be open about your journey. This is where the baseline measurement you established at the start becomes invaluable. Set clear, measurable targets. For instance, a goal to reduce carbon emissions by 20% within 3 years or to achieve zero waste to landfill status. Regularly report on your progress against these targets, sharing both the successes and the challenges. This transparency is fundamental to building trust. Publishing a simple annual sustainability report on your website allows customers, investors, and employees to see the tangible results of your efforts, transforming your claims into verifiable facts. In the end, a deep and authentic commitment to sustainability is one of the most powerful strategies for building a resilient and successful business in 2025 and beyond. It reduces costs, attracts talent, and inspires customer loyalty. But more than that, it builds trust, the most valuable currency of all. A business that openly demonstrates its care for the planet and its people earns a level of respect that cannot be bought. It secures its social license to operate and builds a legacy of which everyone involved can be proud. It is a declaration that you are not just in business for profit, but for a purpose, to contribute positively to the only home we have.